What's up guys, this is Yasser. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yasser's Fit Frag, and today I'm going to talk about another 6 great clones and budget clones from Perfume Trends, Chennai. So if you remember my first video, I had mentioned that they make the most affordable clones that I've seen in India. So in case you haven't watched my first video, you can check this link up on the screen, or I'll provide that in the video description box. You have to check it out. Some of their blends were actually great. There were 3 favorites from their line in the first video. One of them was Ombre Noir, the other one was ASQ Black Incense inspired by Abdul Samad Al Qureshi. I do not know how the original smells, but that one really smelled great and it had a great lasting. The other one was Dio's Purple Oud. So today I'll be talking about another 6 great clones, and I'll definitely tell you which ones are my favorite. So I'll start with my favorite ones, but before that, just to remind you that they have 30 ml, 50 ml and 100 ml option, and the best part is you can customize what level of concentration of oil that you personally want. In case you want a higher oil concentration, they'll have a slight increase in the pricing, but you completely have the choice of telling them as to what level of oil concentration you want in the spray version. So in case you're interested in buying, you can definitely choose your oil concentration level as well. I would definitely recommend the 100 ml because that's when you have a better option of choosing the oil concentration. And all of these that I'm going to talk today are between 600 to 700 for 100 ml, guys. This kind of pricing I've never seen from any clone makers. I've only seen it from Perfume Trends, Chennai. So if you're from Chennai, you definitely have to visit their shop because they have a physical store as well. I'll give you their address as well in the video description box. But if you're not from Chennai, you also have the option of getting them delivered to your address all over India. So let's get started with number 1. This time is going to be Carolina Herrera's inspired version, which is called Bad Boy. Okay, Bad Boy by Carolina Herrera. And this is my favorite from today's list because this smells absolutely great. It starts off with a nice bergamot with citrus and pepper. There's a nice peppery feel to the citrus, and along with that, when it starts to dry down, you get cocoa, tonka, amber wood, and a very soft touch of leather. Okay, it's not a leather fragrance, but there's a very soft touch of leather, which smells more or less like a woody feel, but it has that nice designer style of leather touch. Okay, the blend is really nice. It does not actually smell like the typical original because the original has a lot of cocoa, which I'm not personally a big fan of, to be honest, and that's why I don't own the original. This is a little different and it smells great to my nose. This is more on the fresher side. It has that nice sparkling citrus along with that sweetness from the tonka and that nice woody touch in the base with that very mild leather touch. The cocoa is not so prominent, and probably that is why I like this one because it smells really nice to my nose. It smells fresh. It is like a versatile blend. It can go all around the year. So you definitely have to check it out. That is CH Bad Boy by Perfume Trends, Chennai. Performance was also great. 2.5 hours of projection and 8 to 9 hours of lasting. That's a pretty good lasting for a 600 rupees perfume for 100 ml, guys. You definitely have to check this one out. At number 2, this is more on the women's side, but if you have somebody, your sisters, your friends, your relatives, or your wife who is looking for a very nice, good lasting, appealing women's fragrance, you definitely have to recommend this one. And that is an inspired version of Armani My Way. Okay, if you like floral citrus fragrance, you definitely have to check this one out. This opens up with a very nice orange and tuberose note. So the main dominant note here is the orange and tuberose, and the tuberose and orange combination gives a feel of this jasmine. So in case you do not like jasmine fragrances, you can skip this one because this is very much on the jasmine side, but it is in the very finest way of jasmine fragrance because the dry down has a very beautiful creamy Madagascar vanilla along with sandalwood, and that makes the overall blend a very smooth floral and sandalwood creamy fragrance. Fantastic blend. I would definitely recommend this for women or anybody from your family who is looking for a very good women's scent. Okay, the performance is also great. 3 hours of projection and 9 to 10 hours of lasting. At number 3 is Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal Le Parfum. Okay, this is also a women's fragrance. This to my nose smells like a lychee, guys. If you have tried the jelly with lychee flavor, this smells exactly like that and it smells fantastic to my nose. Of course, it is a bit sweet, so women generally like sweet fragrances. So if they like this kind of smell, if you can just imagine the lychee jelly which you eat, you definitely have to check this one out. This is fantastic, projects really nice for 3 hours and lasts easily 9 to 10 hours, guys. Of course, there are other notes as well, like jasmine, caramel and vanilla, but in simple, if you want me to explain this smells a lot like that lychee jelly. Okay, fantastic fragrance. You definitely have to check this one out if you're looking for a very beautiful fragrance for women. At number 4 is a very common clone, but I like this one. I'll tell you why. That is an inspired version of Jean-Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. In case you do not know how the original is, this is how the original looks like. You would have seen it a lot of times in my channel and of course in other channels as well. This is an inspired version of that. And the reason why I like this one compared to other inspired version is usually other inspired versions are more sweet vanilla and pear. This one is like an aquatic vanilla and pear note. Okay, it makes it very fresh. It makes it more suitable for summers. And I would definitely recommend this one, even if I have to compare with Latafa Rum Silver, though it is very popular. It is sweet and I don't personally like sweet fragrances. That's why I would recommend this one, because this is more on the aquatic side of Ultra Male. If you like an aquatic version of Ultra Male with less sweetness of vanilla and more aquatic and pear note, try this one. This performs decent 2 hours of projection, 7 to 8 hours of lasting. The other Ultra Male clones can actually go beyond that because of that sweet character, but this one is something where I got 7 to 8 hours, but I actually like this one blend wise, guys. Now coming to the 5th one, which is again another common clone, and that is Tom Ford's Black Orchid. In case you do not know how the original looks like, of course I'm sure you would know this because this is very, very popular. This is how the original is. Tom Ford's Black Orchid, guys. This is Eau de Parfum. This is an inspired version of that and it performs really nice. In case you do not know how the blend is, this opens up with a nice bergamot and then it starts off with patchouli, cocoa note. There is a bit of woody note in the base with a touch of vanilla to give it that creaminess. Overall, a great fragrance, best suited for cooler weathers. This also performs really nice. Of course, the quality after the dry down does not hold on to the richness that original has, but you need to understand the price difference. This is around 9 to 10,000. This is only about 600 for 100 ml, guys. What more you can expect? This performs really nice, 3 hours of projection and 9 to 10 hours of lasting. I think it even went for about 11 to 12 hours, but let's keep it and round it off to 9 to 10 hours just on the safer side, because I test all my fragrance indoors. But still, this gave a great lasting of 9 to 10 hours, actually 11 to 12 hours, so you can take it either ways. Fantastic fragrance if you're looking for a cooler weather, great lasting scent. At number 6, this is the last one and is not my favorite, but if you like nice floral fragrance with a woody base, you have to check this one out. This is an inspired version of Xerjoff Herba Pura. Okay, now Herba Pura is a sweet floral fragrance. This also starts off with the same way, but it has a dry down, which is a bit synthetic to my nose, so I did not really enjoy this one. The dry down reminded me of Latafa Kamra's woody note, which I mentioned in my other video that it has that synthetic woody accord, which I'm not a big fan of. So I get that similar vibe here in the dry down, but performance is great, guys. So if you only care about performance and if you're okay with a nice sweet floral sort of fragrance with vanilla and amber and some woody accord, then you can definitely check this one out. So performance, like I said, 3 hours of projection and 9 to 10 hours of lasting. So no problems with the lasting in any of the fragrances that I've tested. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in case you have tried any of these. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.